What's good, guys? Hoping you're doing well. Thank you for being part of the family. If you're new here, karibu sana. Please share, like, comment, and view this video and join the family. Thank you so much for those who have been here with me since the beginning of this journey. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe right here and hit the bell button so you're notified every single time I post. Now in today's video, it's about to get hot for me because I'm so sure after this video is out, my phone will be ringing because my dad is like, Kumbe, that's what happened. My mom is like, that's what happened. But yeah, anything for you guys, I've been thinking, I do a story time, but then I'm like, wait, what sort of story can I do? What, my life isn't that interesting anyway, so what sort of story can I put out here? But then I remembered I have a story. That not even my dad and my mom know what actually happened because they are involved in this. So disclaimer, my mom and dad will know what happened when you guys also know what happened. So you guys are so lucky, very lucky. So yeah, please don't let this flop. Don't let this not get as many views as it should. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like, comment, view, and share. Let me know what you think. Without further ado, let's get into the story. Now, this happened in 2016, I guess. Yeah, no, 2017, because that's when I was going into my fourth form in high school. So all my schooling life, from primary to high school, I was used to being taken to school, like driven to school by my mom or my dad. So I didn't honestly know what it feels like for your parents to take you to the stage and put you in a mat, give you your fare, and off you go. I really didn't know what that was like. So now here I was, paranoid, getting into my fourth form, and I don't know what that feels like. So I needed to feel what that feels like. You feel me? I needed to know what that feels like. So in my fourth year, we was opening school in January after our long December holiday. And this time round, our school used to open on Wednesdays. Like Wednesdays when we knew we couldn't open on Monday or Tuesday because we knew Wednesdays is when our school opens. So this is me on a Tuesday, packing up my stuff and putting everything together. And my dad is like, yo, what time are we leaving tomorrow? And I'm like, kesho hunipeleki shule. For a minute he was confused. He was like, huh? I'm like, kesho hunipeleki shule. And he's like, why? Because I want to nataka kujipeleka shule. And he's like, why? You have never been, on a mat to school alone. And I was like, that's the point. I want to know what it feels like, and just enjoy my last year in high school. And so he was like, it's fine, but under one condition: you'll not get late to school. Stay tuned. You'll not get late. So I was like, oh, it's fine, it's okay. I have actually never gotten late to school, so why should I get late to school this time round? So yeah, we sleep that night, of course, and it's Wednesday now. School has to open. The girl has to put on uniform and be ready for school. So yeah, I'm actually, you guys, please don't let this flop. So yeah, I get ready for school. In Kumbe, all this time, the reason why I refused to be taken to school is because my friends and I had agreed that they'll take me to school. Please don't mind that lighting. There's a lighting that's yeah, please don't mind that. So had agreed they'll take me to school. And these 4 friends of mine are actually guys whom I didn't have any like relationship with them. I didn't have a boyfriend amongst them. We were all just friends, nothing but friends. So There was, I'll mention you guys, there was Robbie, there was Deno, there was Chris, and I'm not so sure about Peter, but I think he was there because he was in that clique. But I'm not so sure. Peter, please let me know, were you there? But I think he was. If you were not there, I'm so sorry. So yeah, we patana kwa stage. We get in the mat and sure, off we go. So all this time, my mom and dad know we are shaenda shule peke yake and she'll get to school on time. So yeah, we go, and yeah, I was to get to school on time. If this had not happened, we get to Karatina because that's where my high school was. When we get to Karatina, I meet my friend who was a very, very good friend of mine and dear friend of mine. Her name is Jolene. Hi, girl. So yeah, she was my friend, she was my roommate, she was my bedmate. So yeah, we get to Karatina, and here is Jolene, and I'm like, girl, how you doing? She's like, how you doing, girl? So we decide, you know what? We actually haven't ever roamed Karatina. We don't know. If someone told us to go behind that building, we wouldn't know what to find behind there, especially me, because all I knew was home, get into the car, uh, go out for lunch with my folks, and off to school, you know. So yeah, so we decide, let's roam Karatina kidogo before it's time, because we're at Karatina at 1 and we have to be in school by 3. So we have like 1.5 hours just to roam around and know Karatina a bit more. I'm saying no because it actually isn't knowing, it's actually not wanting to get to school like really, really early. So yeah, so we roam Karatina, we roam like crazy, we roam, but all this time we are still looking at our watches because we don't want to get late. So it's about 2 and we decide, you know what, we have like another 30 minutes, because from Karatina town to school it's like a 30-minute drive, and then from where the mat puts you it's like a 10-minute walk. So it's like a 20-minute drive and a 10-minute walk. That means by 3 your girl will be in school. So we roam a little bit more, and now it's 2:30. It's time to rush and you know, go to school. We get to the stage where we are supposed to like get our mats for school, and it's now rush hour. People are rushing like, yo, let's rush, we have to be in school on time and everything. So matatus are coming jaying, and people are squeezing, people are fighting, let me get in, let me get in, let me get in, you know. And so people are like, gosh guys, we're gonna get late, because the more people fight, the more you don't get a chance to get into a mat, because yani that fighting was crazy. So finally we got a mat, but this time round when we're getting a mat, it's around 2:40. It's like 10 minutes off our timer. So that means our time to walk from where the mat would have put us to school is gone. We don't have that time. So the mat gets full and we have to rush the driver. Yo, please drive a little bit quicker. So he tries as much as he could. And when he wanted to drop us where the mats get, so we refused. We said, yo, no, please drive us all the way to the school gate, because we knew if he drives us, it will be a little bit faster than the way we would have walked, and probably we'll get to school on time. So by the time this mat is getting to like where it should drop us, it's around 2:55. So yo, we have 5 minutes to get to the school gate. Poor us, we didn't get to school on time. Normally this is what would happen. If you get to school late, you're like placed somewhere, you're like told stand there and don't cross, like, you know, you get what I'm trying to say. It's like, don't cross here, this is like the path, stay back, don't cross. So the people on this side are the ones who are early. This time round the gate was closed, like closed, and we're like, wait, what is going on? Why did they lock the gate? They should just put us inside there and do whatever it is they want to do with us, but why did they lock it? So you know, high schoolers and tuko wengi. By this time it's around 3 or 5. ati tuko wengi, oh tumechelewa tu na dakika 5, oh, but nobody had us. We had like a strict teacher. We used to call her Wama Slaps because her slaps were heavy. So that's what we used to call her, who I still love and adore. So yeah, she actually never slapped me ever since I was in that school. So we see her coming with like a big cane, and she tells us, rudini nyumbani. What? No! Just punish us here. Punish us right here. Whatever you tell us to do, your wish is our command. And then she's like, apana, endeni nyumbani. Go back to your parents, and kesho, come back with him. What? Do you remember what my dad told me? That the only condition I have to go to school by myself is that I shouldn't get late for school. This time I'm shaking like crazy. So you know what I decide? I'm gonna go to my pastor's house because my pastor is laid back. She understands youth, so she knows our struggles. So I decide that's where I'm gonna go. But you remember my friend Jolene, she's from Nairobi. She just can't go back to Nairobi and, you know, come back to school the next day. So she tells me tutaenda na wewe. Hey, me, I'm like, wapi? I'm going to my pastor's. I'm not going to my parents' house. Then I don't know what happened, and I decided, wait. At the end of the day, that's my dad, that's my mom. Ni kubwa wanaweza fanya. They can't kill me, you know. They can't like take me to prison or something because I got late to school. Let me go home. So I go home. We get to Karatina. The teachers were actually serious. They didn't open the gate for us. So I get to Karatina and I call one of the guys, Robbie, who I'm close with till date. The others, life happened and we fell off, and yeah, it's life and life continues, right? So yeah, I call him and I'm like, yo, tumefukuzwa. And he's like, why? Tulichelewa. Wa. So he tells me, you guys come, nitaongojea Kerugoya. So me and Jolene, we panda mat and we go to Kerugoya. When we got to Keru, we found Robbie waiting for us. So I used Robbie's phone and call my mom. Now Robbie and my mom actually know each other. Robbie knows my mom, he knows my dad, and yeah. So my mom had his number saved in her phone, so she knew who was calling. So my mom is like, sasa Robbie, and I'm like, ma, ni mimi. So for a minute she's like, kwani uko wapi? I'm like, niko Kerugoya. Unafanya nini? Si unafaa kuwa shule. You know how mom is. Unadusu, unafaa kuwa shule. And I'm like, tulichelewa, tumefukuzwa. Now my mom is like a very laid back mom. She's not an African mom per se. She's like laid down. So she says, okay, kujeni nyumbani, because where else could we go to? So mimi na Jolene na mizigo zetu nyumbani kwetu. We get to our place and my mom is like, nini ili happen? Hey, kwani you think I'll tell her what happened? Ati nilipelekwa shule sijui na nani and we got late sijui because we were roaming. No, I actually can't remember what I told her. Honestly, I honestly don't remember the excuse I used, but I didn't tell her what actually happened. So my mom is like, okay, kaeni hapo mgoje baba yenyu. So she called my dad and she's like, sasa Miriam amefukuzwa shule. Dad's like, why? I have paid the school fees, blah 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 blah. And she's like, alichelewa. Oh, my dad is African. My dad is an African dad. Hey, you guys, I was shaking, like for real. Not because, don't get this wrong, my dad is not abusive, not at all. In fact, my dad is my best friend. We have inner jokes. We joke around. We'll be seated with you guys in a table and we joke around a lot. We high five a lot. We do anything a lot, but don't joke with what he takes seriously. Don't joke with your studies because that's what he takes seriously. Don't joke with, you know, stuff that he takes seriously. Don't mess that up. So I knew I had messed up. I knew I had messed things up. I knew for sure. So my dad gets home and he looks at me. He gives me this eye. So you know that eye your mom or your dad gives you when they are mad at you. And then he's like, anza kuongea. What happened? Honestly, I don't remember what I said. I don't know if they remember what I said. I hope they do. If they do, I'll write it in my comment section and pin it so you guys see it. But I actually don't remember what I said. And so you know what he said? Because by the time he was getting home, it was at night. It was around 9ish. So we were supposed to go back to school the following day with our parents. So what he said is, hawa, so me and Jolene, wasipewe chakula huku. Chakula yao iko shule. Nimelipa school fees. Kwa hivyo chakula yao yenye walikuwa wafaa kula leo iko shule. That's to say for those who don't understand English that we shouldn't be fed in the house because the food that we are supposed to eat for that night is at school and not at home. Hey, so he said, go and sleep. So me and Jolene took our stuff and we went to the room. Hey, Jolene was shocked. I don't think her dad is like that. Neither her mom. Yeah, so she was shocked. She was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. So my dad goes to bed eventually and my mom sneaks food. My sweet mother. She sneaks food and we eat and we sleep. So what my dad ordered us before going to bed is that by the following day we should be awake by 4 a.m. and leave the house by 5 a.m. and go to school. Can you imagine? Isn't that harsh? Now that I think about it. Then I was so sorry, but now that I think about it, I'm like, that's so harsh. But yeah, so we did just that because that's what he takes seriously. And so we woke up at 4 a.m. and we prepped ourselves, and by 5 a.m. we were out of the house. My mother actually gave us a push. My mom she's just the sweetest human being. She actually gave us a push to somewhere where we took maths and off to school. So my dad said, tutapatana na nyinyi huko mbele. Mimi nitaamka saa yenye najisikia na nipatane na nyinyi huko mbele. We were like, okay, sir. So we went to school and we got to school and we had to wait outside the gate because we wouldn't be allowed inside without our parents. And so eventually we see a car and it's my mom's car and I'm like, oh, it's actually my mom who wants to come, not my dad. So my dad was so mad to the point that he wouldn't face me and he wouldn't want to be in that environment with me. So my mom came and so I knew, my mom is here, it's gonna be okay. Nothing too serious to worry about. So me and Jolene are out because now the parent is there. So we will be called in groups, and go in the principal's office and explain ourselves, and you know, she'd give us a punishment and blah 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 blah. So people were called in, but eventually Jolene's dad came. So now it was me and my mom and Jolene and the dad, who is not so tough, I can say, for lack of a better word. So eventually the dad came and we'll be called in the principal's office. So the secretary to the principal is the one who'd call us like in names and in groups of about 5 people. There was no corona then, so no social distancing. In like groups of 5 people, ingieni kwa principal. So if you'd go explain yourself why you got late, and if the reason is valid, then she'd be like, okay, go to class. If the reason is like punishment on your way. So we are there thinking, wait, what will I say? That I was roaming around Karatina with some guys whom even none of them is my boyfriend. What will I say? So me and Jolene are the last people to be called in the office. All this time I'm wondering why are we the last people? Kwani we are the ones who have like the greatest offenses in this school. Kumbe, it's because something I hadn't mentioned is that I was the school president. Mm. I was the school, like, I don't know what you used to say in your school, captain, head girl. But in my time, it was the school president. So the school president was late for school. And because the principal didn't want to call me with other students, she decided I and Jolene, because we were together, should be called in as the last people. Yeah, so we get in the office and the principal is like, Miriam, I'm so disappointed. Why did you get to school late? You should be an example. Students should emulate you. And the principal loved me. Like, for real, she loved me. I was in her good books. So being the president of the school, you have to be in the principal's good books, deputy, and so many other teachers, you know. So yeah, so she was like, I'm so disappointed. And me, I'm there, I'm so sorry. Then she's like, I hear you came with Jolene. Yes, she's my cousin. Yeah, so the principal is like, because you are the school president, I'll forgive you. No punishment for me, guys. No punishment. Meanwhile, people outside there are cutting grass with razor blades, you know, like a razor blade, and it's like a huge portion of land, and they're cutting grass. Others are digging, I don't know what you call this, ikitu ya mti, the one you have to, the one that's hard to ngoa. Others are doing that depending on why, the reason as to why you are late. So the principal is like, we're in the class. And then I'm like, principal, I was also with Jolene. We got late together, and that was the reason as to why we got late together. Wapi, she was the one who was even showing me Karatina. Jolene, you owe me lunch for that. And so the principal is like, sawa, and then class new will. So both of us were not punished. My mom is like, so after we left the principal's office, my mom is like, unaona vile umebahatika, so next time if you get late, they'll know it's a habit that you're forming, so don't get late next time. But at the back of my mind, I knew there is no next time, because my dad will not allow me go to school alone ever again till I'm done with my 4th form. So I was like, yeah, mom, I won't get late, and everything nice and everything good. And so she left, and yeah, she left, and life continued in school. And yeah, that's the one time that I saw my dad so furious at me. He was so mad. I can't even explain like what he looked like being mad at me that time, because it's something he had here, it's something he had in his heart, education, and I messed up an opportunity that he trusted me with. So for that, he was so furious at me. And yeah, that's why he never gave me a chance ever again to go to school on my own. But it's all good, it's all fine, it's an opportunity, it's a chance to give you guys a story. If it hadn't happened, then you guys wouldn't have known that there was a time my dad was so furious at me. And yeah, that's my story. So he was so furious because I go to school late. And yeah, that's the story. So guys, thank you so much for listening in. Disclaimer again, my dad and mom are finding out about this, like the whole whatever happened, while you guys are watching this. So don't let this flop. Please give the video a thumbs up. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell button so you're notified every single time I post. And don't forget to follow me on my socials. Miriam Alex 4108 on Instagram, Miriam Alex on Facebook and Twitter. Please subscribe right here. Give this video a thumbs up. Let's get this video to 200 likes. We can do it, guys. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Ukipata mtu ameweka simu vibaya, chukua hiyo simu, msaidie kusubscribe, alafu rudisha simu, yeah? Thank you so much, guys, for listening to this story time of mine when my dad was so furious. And let me know in the comment section, what time were you guys supposed to be in school? Have you ever gotten late to school? What was the punishment you got? And one more thing, what was the last thing? If you guys had a specific day like Monday, Tuesday, blah 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 blah, when you guys will open school. And until next time, thank you guys for listening in, and thank you for watching. Remember, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, click the bell button so you're notified every single time I post. Leave a comment down below and let me know those 3 things, and follow me on my socials, Miriam Alex 4108 on Instagram, Miriam Alex on Facebook and on Twitter. And until next time, cheers guys.